whatever, my thumbnail. Hey you guys, it's Ari Diamond and I'm back with another video today. I'm doing this video because a lot of girls have been asking me to do it, and I just been really busy, and this is the time that I actually had time to just jot down mostly all the questions that I need to cover throughout this video. Also, if I do not cover your questions, everyone is like welcome to DM me, Snapchat me, all that. All my social media names will be down in the description box, so y'all can go and add me. So yeah, so let's just get right into this video. It's gonna be lengthy, I'm just gonna say that now, because I'm actually just going right into detail. I'm not gonna leave nothing out that I feel like I'm covering everything. So like I said, if you feel like I have answered your question, just feel free to DM me or whatever. But sorry, that's my boyfriend. But yeah, y'all, let's just get right into the video. So question 1 is gonna be, what inspired you to start your business? So if I'm looking down in the video at any point in time, it's because I jotted down all my questions and stuff to actually read off to you guys, so I won't forget the things that I feel like I need to cover. So what inspired me to start my business? So I started my business back in 2016, and at the time I was just doing hair. So I was just a hairstylist, you know, coming up in my hometown where I live, and I just always had a fascination with doing hair. Sorry y'all, but my dad, he was a barber back in the day. Also my mom, she did hair in a shop. So growing up, it's just I saw that a lot, and I think that kind of inspired me to want to get into the hair business. Also, I have a few cousins and family members that's also like associated with doing hair, so it's just like I feel like I was kind of born into it, but then, like, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. But what inspired me is because back in the day, so this girl, y'all may know her now, her name is Jada. Well, her new name now is gonna be the Jada Cheetahs on Instagram. So back then, I grew up watching her a lot. At the time, she was just, you know, selling her t-shirts, her apparel and stuff, clothing line. But then recently she blew up with, you know, selling her clothing, and then she started selling hair. So at the time, she was like really like into doing the Snapchat thing, posting on Snapchat a lot. So of course I subscribed to her Snapchat, and I always watched her. So for me watching her, she kind of like just inspired me so much, like just her drive about it. And I'm also like in hair already, so with me watching her, it's just like, you know, I wear my hair, you know, I curl my hair and stuff, and people just steady ask me on my Snapchat, like, who does your hair, what kind of hair do you have, like, where did you get it from? So at a point in time, somebody was just, you know, watching my story, because I had posted one night of my hair. I had just finished my hair, and somebody was like, do you sell hair? And I was just like, no, you know. And somebody was just like, you know, have you ever thought about it? And I'm just like, no. So after that, you know, I kind of just decided to just go ahead and just start just right then and there. Did I do my research? Yes, I did. So I started my business December 25th, so on Christmas of 2016. So I just didn't start just jumping into it. I did my research because I wanted to make sure I was an expert on what I was doing, because I just didn't want to just go into just selling hair. I wanted to make sure what type of hair I was selling, who I was selling it to. You know, it's different types of grades of hair, like, you know, Malaysian, 8A, 9A, 10A, and so on and so on. Also Malaysian, Peruvian, Cambodian, just all the different names of hair. So I wanted to make sure that I knew exactly what I was selling. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out who was knocking at my dang door, because it's like a party going on. But anyways, I just want to make sure that I knew exactly what I was selling to my customers. And so if anybody wanted to ask me, what is this hair, the length, I can just straight on tell them the straight facts, because when you do start to sell hair, you want to make sure you know exactly what you're talking about. You need to know, like, point on, you know, what kind of hair it is, you know, if it sheds, if it's going to shed, if it doesn't shed, you know, if it tangles. All your customers expect you to know all these things. So if you go ahead and tell them straightforward, straight on what to expect and what not to expect, it won't be no surprises, and of course there won't be no bad reviews. But we're gonna get into that. I already covered, you know, what inspired me and how did I start my business. So we're just gonna move on to question number 3, and it's just gonna be, how did you go about finding the right vendor? So how I went by finding the right vendor, I had to basically search, like, and do like tests, like just ordering different bundles. Throughout the years of me selling hair, I just had to go through a few people and find out, you know, what was my A, B, and C. And when I say by A, B, and C, so if one vendor doesn't come through for you whenever you need them to, you can always have somebody reliable to fall back on. So with me having different vendors, even still to this day, like, if my vendors are not spot on with what I need them to be, you know, I go back to my other vendors that I can rely on. I basically, what it is with being a hairstylist and selling hair, you kind of can fire people, you know what I'm saying? So you can fire the vendor, go find another one. But the only thing I can say about finding vendors, you have to be very precise, and also you just have to pay attention, because some people will just sell you some stuff and you don't even know what people are sending you. And as of right now, what's going on social media, China has this virus or something, flu going around, and you can get contaminated by it just by, you know, receiving hair, whatever. That's just why I don't know how true it is, but just be careful, because, you know, thank God I haven't experienced none of that, and I hope you guys don't either. But just be careful. You just gotta watch these vendors, because let me tell you, just like they all about their money, okay? And you can meet some people that sell to you that care about your business. I mean, I think they should care, you know, if you bring them money. But some people just will sell you some trash and won't care, won't refund you, no nothing. And I can say it has happened to me plenty of times when we shopping with vendors. Also, I've actually had people, you know, tell me, like, I'll have good reviews on my hair, but their hair be straight up bull. Like, and I just ask, like, hey, okay, well, it didn't happen to me, so what are you doing with your hair? But you gotta watch out, because some people, if they know that you sell hair, they can send you a good batch, but then the next batch that you order, they can just send you out some BS. So you just gotta, it's called quality testing. So that's why it's always good, I say, always test vendors out before you sell it. Do the burn test, the strand test, all that with bleach, flat irons, curl test, if it holds a curl, if it doesn't hold a curl. All that is important when you need to start a business, because if, like I'm just telling everybody else, like, you know, some people just don't, you can't please everybody. And sometimes I get frustrated because some customers, you know, they be off the edge a little bit. I'm not afraid to say that, because y'all be acting crazy. But it's understandable if, you know, spending coins with people, you know, you expect to get your money's worth, right? So that's why, you know, like I said in the previous conversation of the other questions, it's always good to tell your customers, like, what to expect, what not to expect, so it won't be any surprises. But yeah, so always test your vendors, you know, make sure, you know, it's like a 5 out of 10, like, you know, make sure if you can't get the whole 10, just make sure you at least get an 8 out of 10 or a 7, you know. And then whatever number that you missing, that you feel like you're missing, then tell your customers, so it won't be a surprise. So next question is going to be, how long did it take for you to get your first sale? So I'm not even gonna lie. So since I had I was actually back in 2016, since I already did hair, I kind of already had that following, that social media, I guess, content to actually boost my sales. So when I was, doing hair, all I had to do was just start selling it. Well, I did start selling it, and then it just blew up from there. So, but what I can say for the people who just starting out selling hair, how to get your first sale, just constantly promote. All I can say is don't get discouraged, because when I actually first started, it took me a while. I would say about a month or two, but I know some people take it longer, which is fine. But just don't get discouraged. Always, promote, stay consistent, throw out little sales and stuff. Like I tell my girls that do come ask me in my DMs and stuff, what can I do to promote and just boost my sales, because I just started my hair business. Always just throw up, sales and like deals, and do a opening sale, or a doorbuster or something like that, can help you. If even if you have family and friends, like, if you don't have any customers and you want people to start shopping with you, just start with your community around you. Like, have your sister, cousin, mom, who knows, teacher, whoever, just start taking pictures, having them promote, giving you an honest review, not just because they know you, but an actual honest review. And whatever they tell you about the hair, or if it's bad, fix it, just stuff like that. So that's why I say just stay consistent, don't lose hope, because you're gonna get it. You just have to, find your targeted audience, and I'm gonna talk about that too. But just start with your community. Don't give up. Stay consistent with promoting, and that's all there is to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about the social media sites too as well. I know for a fact that social media is like the trending thing with selling stuff now. When I first started out, I was just on Facebook. I think Facebook and Snapchat was my top leading, ones that was getting me content. So I would, have a time where Facebook would pop more than, Snapchat, and Snapchat would pop more than Facebook. You just gonna have your seasons. So you just have to figure out which one is best for you. I know some people just strictly go to Instagram. And at the time when I started selling, I hated Instagram because I literally not have no followers on there. Like, I just felt like the need to not go there and promote. Even like Twitter, some people say Twitter gets their, sales going. You just have to find the social media that you have the most content on, the people that most reply to your stuff, that see you, just pick what's best for you. But let's get into the next question. The next question is gonna be coming up with your business name. Someone asked me a while back, what made you come up with Ari Diamond Hair Collection, and what made you stick with it? So, honestly, how I came up with Ari Diamond Hair Collection. So, my mom's friend that I grew up with, she was around all the time. So her name was, her nickname was like Diamond in her name. So I just honestly just thought it was cute, so I kind of like started Auntie, but I took it from her and I just put my first name in front of it. So I just came up with Ari Diamond Hair Collection. And it's been times where, actually, I did change up my name. I changed it to Ari Diamond 100% Virgin Hair. So it's okay to change your name. If I done rebranded myself plenty of times, because I just felt like I just needed for a change. And also just like Jada, y'all remember Jada having that name. So now her name is the JD Cheese, which is her real name. Some people just outgrow their names, and I feel like, I just outgrew just Ari Diamond Hair Collection. I still sometimes use it in my hashtags and stuff when I post, but I just changed my name. So, you know, with finding the right name for you, you know, just find something cute, you know, make it unique, you know, and different. I know some people have the same business names and stuff, but, you know, make it to where it means something to you. You know, you can always, you know, just look at it and it have a meaning to it because you worked hard to make that name up. Also, I can say when you do start your hair business, if you are real deal serious about it, I would say go and copyright your stuff. I have my name copyrighted, so copyright means that no one can go and take my name, no one can go use my name, any of their stuff, and if they do, get in a lawsuit for it. But if you serious about your name and you want to go big top with it, then copyright your website, all that, because it's people out here, and I hadn't had it happen to me. It was at a time that I was just coming up in the hair industry, and this girl from, she wasn't from my hometown, but she was in the outside, I guess the outskirts of it. So at the time she was starting her hair business, and she decided to put, I guess, Diamond in her name. Now I know y'all gonna be like, okay, well, Diamond is just a name for everybody, you know, to take, but you know, it's just the logo is the complete same. Like, it just looked just a whole different color, I guess you could say. But I'm not gonna say no names, but she took that and everybody caught on to it because I've been selling hair and doing hair for so long. That's been my logo for I don't know how long. Somebody caught on to him, but it's like, hey, you know, I think she's trying to take your name. So I was just like, you know, oh no, like, we not gonna do that. So I went, got my stuff, my business registered. I went through the IRS. I think it's called irs.gov or something like that online. Y'all can look it up on Google. It'll take you directly to the website to register your business. But yeah, so that's another thing. Just register your business if you really just deep in wanting to sell hair and just completely go top with it. And I know I'm saying a lot in this video, so I apologize. But yeah, just copyright it if you're serious. I can say also write down your goals and stuff. Like, if you serious about doing this, you cannot. I seen a post the other night on Instagram. It was like, if you don't plan, you're gonna fail, basically, and you fail to plan. So basically, you need to write down all your goals, thrive off them goals. If you don't even have your goals written down for 2020, I don't even know what you're living for, because we need a plan around this crazy year. If you just write down your goals and you look at them, you know, you don't have to look at them all the time. Just glance at them. Just know what you're working for, you know, how hard you're working, and that's all that matters. But also, with me having a journal, you know, if it's just a composition notebook, something that you can write in, you can go look to every day. I got this at TJ Maxx for $4.99, literally. Find you a cute little notebook, a planner. Also, a planner is real good. Like, you need that. Yeah, get you a planner, composition notebook, something. Write your goals down and just look at them. But we're gonna go into the next question. Okay, so next question that I get from a lot of people is, how do you deal with tough, like, customers that's giving you a hard time, and how to deal with, like, bad reviews and customers? So typically what I do, if I do get a bad review, I do just go and just ask the customer, you know, what's wrong, you know, how was the hair for you, what went wrong, what did you not like about it? Because if you don't ask your customers what was wrong, you know, you don't know. Word of mouth is powerful. It really is, and it spreads like a wildfire. So again, I say before I get into this, you cannot please everybody. You know, not everybody's gonna like what you sell, and that's okay, because some people, they go to fast food places, they're not gonna like it, but everybody else do. It's just people have their differences. But ask them what's wrong, how could you fix, like, just ask. All y'all gotta do is just literally ask. And some people are so understanding, and then you have those people that just don't want to work nothing out. They feel like you can just compensate them all their money back, and some people you can, but I just say to stay on a strict policy. And with having a business policy that's strict, can nobody just go and just say whatever and whatnot. But it's been some times where customers just give me a completely hard time, and I'm just like, you know what, it's fine, it's not that deep. I'll give you a partial refund or a full refund and just call it a day. That's just completely, if you cannot handle it, they just not, everything that you've done throughout to them, they not just agreeing with it. So just ask this person, how would you like, you to fix it for them, because if you don't ask, you just won't know. Like I say, you can't please everybody. But having a strict policy, also have that in writing. I know with PayPal, I have an agreement with my customers. If they purchase something from me, PayPal has me completely covered because it's in my agreement. When you do purchase, also I have a policy on my website. That's why I tell everybody to completely read through everything before you purchase. And it doesn't even apply with me. This is just everywhere you purchase from. You should always read. But some people, they just don't. You can't control other people though. But just some people just have to read, your policy, and that's just period. That's just it. You can't change up. That's your strict business policy. If they don't abide by your rules, then there's nothing that you can do about it. Now, if it's something that you did on your end, I completely, all hands down, just agree on just fixing it. With me, if it's something that I did, I take full responsibility for it. I will replace your bundles. If they're damaged upon, arrival, I will go ahead and just ship you a new pair. But it's under certain, circumstances. I know with my business, by FDA law, you cannot return any cosmetic things back once opened. Just because I can't resell that stuff. It's just like if you go into a hair store or a let's say a gas station, and you open up a pop or something, you drink out of it, and then be like, I don't like it, y'all can take it back. They're not gonna take it back, and they most likely gonna make you pay for it because you drunk out of it. They can't take that back and resell it because you already put your lips on it. You done, like with hair, you already ran your hands through it. You done messed up the pattern with the bundles. You can't resell that. So I can just only say, don't let nobody trick you out your business. Know what you talking about. Like I said, have a strict policy, because some people, let me tell you, some people will, and they know what they doing. They know exactly what they're doing, because they done tried it with me, and it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Not 2020, boo. But y'all, but anyways, yeah. But just have a strict policy. Also, don't forget, with also setting your prices and stuff, with creating a good price list, don't be too cheap with yourself, and also don't be too high. Because if you price yourself too high with just starting out, you're probably honestly not gonna get sales, because you just have to build yourself, with that. You have to, that has to come with content, trusted customers, really be about your quality. Y'all, you just, anyways, we're with this food in my video, but y'all excuse that. But like I said, that just comes with, you know, your growth and things like that. So when you first start out, be very reasonable, because like I said, you don't want to price too high, price too low. When you price too low, you have to put that in mind. You're probably not gonna make profit out of it. Also, you have to pay your bills too, so you are you pay your bills, you got stuff to take care of too. Y'all probably most likely, you know, got kids or, you know, school stuff, you know, or just even your own personal needs, you know, take care of them, but don't price yourself too low about that. And also pricing too high, if you price too high, like I say, you're not gonna probably get too many sales, not as much customers as if somebody way down the line and like, you know, popping with the hair stuff. You know, some of these celebrities out here having their hair like $500-$600 for 3 bundles, but you know, since they have the content for it, they can do it. And by all means, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but you know, just starting out, just be very reasonable with yourself, because you don't want to stir away people. Be like, oh, but she got these $500-$600 bundles, and I don't really know how her stuff is. I never ordered from her before. Honestly, I can just tell you that's a risk. So just be reasonable. I can say have cute flyers and price lists. That's important. So, like, you know, and also a logo as well. I could say with having a cute logo, with me, I just keep mine really basic. I plan on getting one made soon, but I can just say you can download apps and stuff if you can't just honestly afford to pay for a logo or create your price. So you can do it yourself. It's very cheap. Just go on Google to search flyer makers and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all, just having a cute flyer, logo, you know, things like that. You don't have to go out here and spend money unless you're really serious about it. But it also grabs people's attention. You know, your logo targets your customers, your audiences. You know, something that makes your brand unique and just honestly just stands out from other people. And yeah, just be just completely cute about it. Go all out, sis. It's 2020. Get your business started. We ain't working on 9 to 5s for the rest of our lives, okay? And I can just say that. If you want to do that, by all means, I'm not, you know, downing you for doing that. But honestly, I know about me and me personally, I don't want to work 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. But yeah. But I also have another question: how to know if the vendor is the right one. So I got some bundles here. So this is part of the plastic or whatever. I have some bundles here that I have to ship off. So I already asked my customer, was it okay for me to kind of use this in a video or whatever? And she said, okay, that's fine. So how to know the quality is good. So I'm gonna tell y'all really fast. So I won't make this video super long. So how I check out my bundles. So most of these vendors, they honestly, if you ask them to send you pictures, I know with my vendor, I FaceTime her all the time. When she gets something new in, I ask her, you know, can she send me a picture of it, or either FaceTime me, showing me what the quality looks like. So I have my new bundles in. This is my virgin hair. My grade is 10A. I have 10A and up. I used to sell 8A, but once my vendor started providing more stuff, I just went up with the grade as I went on. But I do have raw hair as well. But with me finding the perfect bundles, the first thing I always ask my vendors, do you have thick wefts? So with thick wefts, that means the bundles are gonna be way thicker. And also you'll have way more hair. So with the thick wefts, as y'all can see, they're clean. Also, when you do receive hair, you want to make sure that you don't have any lice, any bugs in it throughout the hair. You know, even running your hands through it, making sure there's no shedding. Of course, 1 or 2 strands is okay, because all hair literally sheds. You know, I have not met anyone that just honestly says hair does not shed. I know some people like 100% no shedding, which is not true because your real hair sheds every day, and that's just pretty much impossible. Even mannequins shed, but we're not going into that. But literally, make sure they're clean. Also, no bugs. Also, I know a lot of people do the corn chip smell when you do take out the hair. Make sure your hair doesn't smell before you sell it. Also, I know a lot of people sell and say that the hair is 100% virgin. Now, 100% virgin also, it says unprocessed. So unprocessed means it has not went under no chemicals, no steaming, nothing. It just comes as is. So when you do get your hair, do a wash test too. I mentioned that, you know, with the strand test and the heat test and all that stuff, but I did say make sure nothing happens to it and stuff like that. But make sure you do a wash test too. So with all my bundles, I do not recommend just washing them with shampoo. I do a complete co-wash. I do with conditioner, with a mild shampoo. I usually go with Aussie conditioner or herbal essences or organics, the company organics you can get from Target. Excuse me, I use them as well as just a co-wash. And I know some brands out here has just a basic co-wash. Sorry y'all, it completely just went down when I kicked it. But they have just complete co-washes for hair, and that's fine too. Just make sure it's a good shampoo and it just leaves your hair silky and shiny. And also, you know, make sure your hair air dries. Do not never blow dry your bundles, because honestly, when you blow dry your bundles, it strips like moisture out of your hair, you know, nutrients, and it makes your hair look dull. So it's always good to air dry because it's just gonna revert back and be pretty. But when you do wash your hair, make sure it's no dyes. When I was just saying about it being 100% virgin hair, processed, it doesn't bleed any dyes. Also, make sure when you do get your bundles, make sure it's full from the top to the bottom. So it makes your hair look fuller when you do go to install it. It's not looking thin at the bottom. I know when I used to sell hair, a lot of people, when I used to sell hair back then, I did not catch on to this, but some people have failures in their bundles where the hairs are thicker up here, and as you get, you know, down to the bottom, it just gets thinner. And this is curly hair, so it's gonna be a little different. But how to know if the hair is thinner, you would just run your hands down like that, and if you feel it getting smaller, then the hair is just fillers. So you want to make sure it just completely, you know, is full throughout the bundles and stuff. And also see how much shedding the hair does. See how, you know, how well it takes to heat and stuff like that. So on to the next question is gonna be, how do I go by just receiving my money? What do I sell my bundles on? You know, just all that good stuff. So you have honestly a few options. When I first started selling hair, I went through Cash App and I went through PayPal. I went through this other one. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I honestly can't think of it right now at the time. But also another option you have is honestly selling in person. So those are the few options right there. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. But those are the options right there. Like I said, you just have to find what honestly works best for you. Also with selling, I recommend doing a website that you can go and set up your PayPal checkout to, and once that is directly linked into PayPal, or you can set up where you can just accept credit cards. I go through a website called GoDaddy. I set up my stuff through there. You can link your PayPal cards and stuff. It has great e-commerce. You know, you can track your sales and stuff like that. I know some people go through Shopify. Which is really, really great. But I can say it is kind of, it's just honestly, it's expertise wise as far as trying to do it yourself. You just have a lot more to do, and also it's way more expensive to have it a month, because if you do sign up with these sites, you can go through and set your website up, where you do have to pay a monthly fee. I recommend, when I first started, I went through bigcartel.com, and they have the entrepreneur, I think, the plan. They have different plans. All of them have different plans, but I think the highest one that I did actually try to go through was Shopify. By any means, I do not discredit Shopify or any other. I just can say it is a little pricey if you're just starting out. So what I do recommend, if you're a beginner, go through bigcartel.com, because they have one that you can just start for free, and it allows you to upload all your content, you know, whatever you're trying to sell. And I think if it still allows it, you can receive sales, but I recommend just doing the next level up from the free one on Big Cartel, because it allows you to, you know, receive sales, get your money set up, PayPal checkout. Also, y'all, oh my God, what is wrong with me? I'm good, I'm back. But like I was saying, it just allows you to, you know, set up a whole lot of stuff, way more than just a free. It kind of, the free one limits you from doing some stuff, but you guys have to just go check that out. I just know for a fact that when I started, I had like a couple items, so I went to the free stuff, but when I started having more stuff, my vendor started providing more for me, and I wanted to sell that. I just went ahead and just paid $9.99 a month, which is really cheap for a website. So yeah, I paid $9.99 a month. Then I discovered about domains. So what domains is, if you're serious about having your business, you will need your own business name. And professionally, you want to have something that either has .net, .com, something like that. You don't want something saying, okay, well, such and such .bigcartel.com, you know, just a long website name. Because let me tell you, people are going to type in your website name and they want something quick, easy, just a quick access to it, no troubles, no nothing. I know for a fact that long name, nobody is going to want to honestly type that in. So I paid, I think it was $12.99 for my .com. It depends on if someone has the name already or whatever. You would just need to go check that out. GoDaddy gives you a great description on how to purchase a domain. Also, GoDaddy and Big Cartel does. All of them do. I can say that all of them does. They give you a great rundown on how to, you know, get a domain and stuff like that. You can purchase through them, all that. So I know for a fact when you do purchase a domain, it's a one-time purchase, and you will probably won't have to renew that domain until like a year, or you can pay just to completely y'all, so I don't know what's going on with me, but just to completely have it, you can just pay for that as well. But yeah, just purchase your domain. Make sure your name is short, simple, you know, nothing too much that somebody can just be like, oh, well, I don't feel like typing my name. Because we do have some lazy people that don't want to type in long business names. And I know my name is like pretty long, but I feel like it's just straight to the point people can copy and paste my name. People just go type in Ari Diamond on Google and it's just gonna pop up literally my whole resume, literally. My Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that. It's just gonna pop up everything. But I would say just had that, y'all. I don't know what's going on with me, so I apologize if I'm just coughing throughout the video. I just had to spell. I think I've been talking too much. That's probably what it is, and it's just telling me just to hush and get to the point. But yeah, so on to the next thing before I completely end this. I just hope that I just told y'all everything, and like I said, if you just feel like you want more answers, more questions I need to answer for you, feel free to DM me, message me, and I'll be happy to tell you. So yeah, let's get on to the next question. Okay, so last question. Someone asked me, how did you get so big and just so successful in the hair business? So like I tell everybody, it takes time. And I'm not afraid to say that, you know, I'm saying this with the most, you know, humblest truth I can tell y'all. I can break it down for y'all. It takes time. With me doing hair and stuff, of course, if most of y'all know, I did a celebrity's hair, Parker McKenna off my wife and kids. But it definitely took time and dedication, and with selling hair, it just took patience. You know, you have to build your name. It's just not something that can honestly just come overnight. But unfortunately, some people have that blessing to where, you know, they're just, like I said, blessed enough to just do that. But honestly, in reality, it takes time. If you're building a business from the ground up, it's just gonna take time and dedication. My, advice to everyone is just starting out, stay true to your customers, stay consistent, make sure when you do jump into this business, don't just honestly just jump into it just because you see it's a quick band or quick money. Do your research. If you are not sure, and by all means, you guys can feel free to come ask me anything. And when I say that, I want everybody to literally eat. I know sometimes, some people are just so envious on not allowing another person to be successful like them, because not everyone, but mostly people that are in this, oh my gosh, most of the people that are in this industry just feel like if they tell somebody their secrets, they're gonna overtop them, or they're just feel like they're taking their customers. I don't know what that's about. I wasn't raised that way, honestly. And like I said, everybody has our own situation to go through. So if you are not sure about nothing, like I said, come ask me. Even if I don't get back to you right away, I'll make sure I do my best to text you back and to honestly help you. I can't say this. I won't give you the full information, just spot on, because like I said, everybody has to work for something. If this is something that you want to do, you're going to have to put your blood, sweat, and tears in it. And I'm sorry I'm becoming a preacher right now, but honey, it's true. It's true. Okay? You have to work for it. You want to become successful out here. I'm not saying that I'm just at the top right now, but I'm working towards becoming a great entrepreneur, to make it in the hair industry. Like I said, even to this day, I'm still working to be a better me. Every day I push myself to be a better me. If you do something one day, do something the next day to kind of overpower that, so you can feel great about what you're doing. Always put the most in your business every day. Push yourself every day. Even if you don't feel like it, just posting one thing about your business, I can say that's just dedication. Never go a day without posting something about your business. And by all means, sometimes it's okay to take a break. If you take a break, let your followers, whoever, know that, hey, I'm taking a break for such and such this long, or whatever the case may be. Or you can just say, I'm just taking a break, and You know, you can sell to a couple of people or you just completely just rest. But if you are not taking a break, there's no reason why you should not be posting. And sometimes I just slacked on that, but I have worked on it. And you know, like I said, I hope everyone just flourishes off this video. Like I said, feel free to text me, ask me questions if you need to. I'll be happy to help. But this kind of just wraps it up, sums up this video and stuff. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will be uploading more content soon. So I need you guys to like and subscribe, and also follow all my social medias down in the description box. And until next time, I will catch up with you guys later.